Hey everyone, it's Michelle with Silver Snake Designs, and in today's video we are going to finish up our final project in this month's jewelry set. This is the ring, and the ring is stretchy, and this is our last project for Diamonds Are Everyone's Best Friend. We first did, in the beginning of July, we did the bracelet, then we did the earrings, then we did the necklace, and now we're doing the ring. And it's really, really awesome. I love using the stretchy material because you can fit it to any finger that you want. It's really, really great, and you can it'll just fit anywhere, really. Very pretty. This was a fun set to make. I'll link everything to the description box below. So let's get started. Okay, so for our materials, we are going to be working with a stretchy cord. And I am using, this is a 0.2 millimeter stretchy cord. I think this is the thinnest stretchy cord that you can buy. So I'm using that. I also have a big eye needle where it's different than a regular needle because the eye is right there in the middle. Okay, we're using 2.3 millimeter rondelles. These are opaque, very pale pink, creamy color with an slight AB finish. These are size 11 seed beads. I don't know the name of them. I ended up buying these in bulk many years ago, and they are transparent, silver lined, pink, size 11. But we all know what this one is if you've watched my videos. This is PF557 in Toho, galvanized starlight, my favorite color. And that's really all you're going to need to get started. So let's jump into it. Okay, so in order to thread the big eye needle, I'm just going to open it up just like that. I'm going to stick the thread in there just like that. Or not. Maybe I need the needle threader myself. Just like that. I'm going to give myself a little tail, and then I'm going to grab it and pull it down towards the end there. And that should hold it in place, and that's not going anywhere. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up 4 rondelles. Just like that, and I'm going to bring those down. I'm going to leave a bit of a tail. I'm going to leave about that much of a tail, and then I'm going to go through the first rondelle that I put on, just like this. So everything's the same. The only thing we're doing is using stretchy cord this time. So this, I'm going to pick up a gold bead, and I'm going to go through my next rondelle. I'll pick up a pink bead and go through the next rondelle. I'll pick up a gold bead, go through the next rondelle, and I will pick up a pink bead and go through the next rondelle, plus I want to go through that original gold bead that I just put on. Alright, so there's our little pondo stitch. Now we're going to do ladder stitch. So now I want to pick up a gold bead, and since my thread is coming out the top of this gold bead that I first put on, I'm going to come from the bottom up, just like this. And now your gold bead should be sitting on top of this gold bead. So I'm going to come down the bead on the right side. I'm going to come up the bead on the left side. And I'm just going to pull this a little bit just so I can get it through, and then come down the gold bead on the right side. I'm going to pick up 4 rondelles. Just like that. Bring those down. I'm going to go through that first rondelle that I just put on.   just like that. going to bring that down. And now, because this is a gold bead up here, we're going to pick up a pink bead. So we're going to be alternating the colors. And then I'm going to go through the next rondelle. And since we did a pink, I'm going to pick up a gold bead, go through the next rondelle. Then I will pick up a pink bead, go through the next rondelle. And now, when we get to this gold bead, we want to see where our thread is exiting. And we want the thread to go out the left side of this gold bead right here. So that looks good to me. So I'm going to come through this gold bead and then the rondelle. And what that'll do is that'll nestle that gold bead in between those two rondelles. So we'll bring that through. Double check, make sure your thread doesn't get caught on anything. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go through this pink bead, through the next rondelle, and then out this gold bead. Just like that. If you have to do it one bead at a time, go right ahead. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do ladder stitch again. We'll pick up a gold bead. We'll come up the bead here. I'm going to pull. Come down the bead on the right, come up the bead on the left, and I just like to stretch it through, and then come down the bead on the right. Once again, we'll pick up 4 rondelles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring those down. Once again, we'll go through the first rondelle that we just put on. Pull that through. You should be an old pro at this if you've already made the other pieces in my jewelry set. And once again, because this is a gold bead and that's going to nestle through those 2 rondelles, we're going to pick up a pink bead, go through the next rondelle. We'll pick up a gold bead, go through the next rondelle, we'll pick up a pink bead and go through the next rondelle. And once again, I want to make sure that my thread is coming out the left side, which it is. I don't need to flip my work over. So I'm going to go through the gold bead and the rondelle right next to it. Just like that. And sometimes it can be a little hard, so I just like to stretch. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the pink bead, the rondelle, and out the gold. And there we are. And one more time, we're going to pick up a gold bead. We'll do ladder stitch. So I will come up this gold bead, I'm gonna just double check, make sure my bead is sitting on top of each other correctly. I'm gonna go down the bead on the right. I'll come up the bead on the left. And I will come down the bead on the right. And there we are with that. And last 4 rondelles we're going to pick up to make the diamond shape. Just like that. We'll bring them down. And then I'll go through the first rondelle that we just put on. I'll pull those through. And now once again, we're going to pick up a pink and go through the next rondelle. We'll pick up a gold and go through the next rondelle. We'll pick up a pink, go through the next rondelle, and once again, I'm going to double check to make sure, and it is not. So I have to flip my work over, and now I'm going to go through the gold bead, the rondelle there, and now what I'm going to do is go through the pink bead just like that. And now that we've got them on, we need to join them together like this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up this pink bead all the way here. I'll come up through the second pink bead and then this third pink bead. And I don't think my needle is long enough to get through that fourth pink bead, so that's okay. And I'll just do that, and then I'll come through the fourth pink bead. And what this is doing, as you can see, this is going to loop it together. So when we pull, it'll make the diamond shape pattern. But what I want to do is just do it one more time. So I'm going to go back through this pink, and this will help secure and keep those center beads from stretching apart. 3, and then I'm going to mind my thread, and then I'm just going to go through that last pink bead right there. Just watching my tail, and there we are. Okay. Let me move my tail out of the way, and there we are. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull a little tight, make sure those beads aren't going anywhere. And now what I want to do is I want to get my needle up to this gold bead up here. So I'm just going to pop through this rondelle that is right next to where my thread is exiting out that pink bead. So just like that. So there, and then I'm going to come out the gold bead because we need to join those two gold beads together to seal this up. So up the gold bead. All right, and now I'm going to close it. So our bead is coming out the top on the left. We're going to go down the bead on the right, come up the bead on the left, and we will come down the bead on the right. And now what I want to do is I want to get my needle out this pink bead right here, and so we'll just go through, you know what, let's do one more just to make sure that doesn't feel secure for me. So let's do one more time. We'll go up the bead on the left, and then I just want to pull that, make sure the stretchy cord stays put, and down the bead on the right. And since we'll go through this rondelle and out the pink right next to that gold bead we're exiting. All right. And now what we're going to do is we are going to ladder stitch a pink bead on. So we will pick up a pink bead, and I'll come down the top. Since my thread is exiting the bottom, I'll come up the pink bead on the right. I'll come down the pink bead on the left. I will come up the pink bead on the right. I'll pick up 4 rondelles. And this is where it's going to differ. well, not right here, but the next step. I'm going to pick up the 4 and I'm going to go through the rondelle that I first put on, just like that. So now here's where it's going to differ. I know we have a pink bead here, and we're going to put it looks like we want to put a gold bead here, but we don't want to do that. I wanted the 2 gold beads on either side to match these 2 gold beads here. If we were to put a gold bead here and a pink and a gold bead, we would have gold on the outer edge, and since we have pink at the 4 points, I kind of wanted to keep that. So we'll have pink, pink, and then we'll have a pink here, but I wanted the 2 golds here to keep the pattern here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pick up, we ladder stitch the pink. Now we're going to pick up a pink instead of a gold, and we'll go through the next rondelle. But here we're going to pick up a gold bead and go through the next rondelle. We'll pick up a pink bead, go through the next rondelle, and then I want to make sure my thread is exiting the proper way. I have to flip it because I want my thread to come out on the left, so I can go through the right side. I'll go through that rondelle. Okay. And then I'm going to go through the pink bead, the rondelle, and out the gold bead. Just like that. I'm going to ladder stitch a gold bead. I'm going to come up the bead, the gold bead there, and then I'm going to come down the gold bead on the right. Going to come up the gold bead on the left, just like that, and then I'm going to come down the gold bead on the right. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up my 4 rondelles, just like that. Bring those down, go through the first rondelle I put on, and now we are going to go and follow pink, gold, pink, gold. And we're going to do that for the next pieces that we're going to need, okay? So now I'm going to pick up a pink bead and go through the next rondelle. I'll pick up a gold bead, go through the next rondelle, pick up a pink bead, go through the next rondelle, and double check that my thread is going out the left side, and it is, so I'm going to go through that gold bead, the rondelle, just like that. And now what I want to do is go through the pink bead, the rondelle, and out that gold bead. Okay, so we went through that gold bead. Now, what I want you to do is add on as many as you're going to need, but stop before you put the last one on. So for example, in my ring here, I needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop at number 4 because I want to show you how we're going to add on this last one and the bead colors that we're going to need in order for us, because we don't want to end it on a gold bead like we did here. We want to end it on a pink so we can join the pink with the larger diamond shape. So go ahead, pause the video, do what you have to do, and when you've added everything but the last one, unpause the video and I'll show you how to join it. Okay, so I've gone ahead and added my 4. Now I'm going to show you the color path that you're going to need to add on your last one and join here. So for me, I'm going to pick up a gold. Well, you're going to pick up a gold too. And I'm going to ladder stitch that. So I'm coming out the bottom of the gold on here. I'm going to go back through the top down. And just like that. So I'm going to go up the bead on the right, down the bead on the left, and up the bead on the right. I'm going to pick up 4 rondelles. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to bring those down as we normally do. I'm going to go through the first rondelle that we put on like we normally do. And now, this part's really easy. Now we just want to add on pink beads all around. So we're going to pick up a pink bead, go through the next rondelle, pick up a pink bead, go through the next rondelle, pick up a pink bead, go through the next rondelle, and once again, I'm going to double check to make sure our thread is going in the correct way. It's coming out the left, so I'm going to go through that gold bead, that rondelle, out the pink bead, and now what I want to do, pull that through, just make sure everything looks good. Now what I want to do is I want to come out this pink bead over here, so I'm going to go through the next rondelle and out that pink bead. Okay, and now I want to bring the rest of my ring over here. So now I can see my thread is coming out the top on the left side there. So I'm going to bring my needle down on the right side of the bead. So I'm just going to try and hold it as best I can. And I'm going to come down the bead on the right side. And now, this part is always a little cumbersome for me. And now what I want to do is come up the bead on the left side, just like that, and then hold it however it's easier for you. Bead left side, bead right side. And now what I like to do is maybe let's bring my needle through here, and then what I like to do is join it and hide my thread like right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my needle underneath that thread there. I'm going to make a loop, and I'm going to bring my needle through that loop, and I'm going to pull really tight. And the knot is going to hide in between either that rondelle or that seed bead. So I'm going to do that once again. I'm going to come under the thread, going to make a loop, and I'm going to pull, and that should hide the knot. And once again, I like to do it 3 times. Make a loop, bring your needle through, and hide it. Now what you can do is you can take like a little, I got like a little toothpick here. You can put a little drop of glue on there, and you can do a little boop boop right in there if you want. And after you do that, you can cut this one off, just like that. And to take this off, it feels like it's a little hard to take the, you know, the stretchy cord off. What you could do is reopen up your needle, kind of pull it down and pull it out. And now we will hide this one. Now if it's in the back, you could just flip your piece inside out. It's not going to hurt it at all. You know, and then you can flip it back over if you want. And what I'd like to do with this one, same thing, I'm going to add my needle onto my tail. Just like that. And I think, where's this coming out of? That rondelle. I'll go through the pink here. I think I'll just hide it here. So in between those pink beads, I'm going to go under that thread that's there. I'm going to make a loop, bring my needle through the loop, and pull. I'm going to do it again. In between those pink beads, I'm going to bring my needle under the thread. I'm going to make a little loop, and I'm going to pull. And then one last time, I'm going to go under the thread, make a loop, bring my needle through, and pull. And once again, you can take a little drop of glue with a toothpick and boop, 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 right in there. Cut your thread off and you are done. Isn't that fun? Look at that. I really hope you enjoyed this whole month of July. I'm hoping to do this again with future videos to make sets for you to wear. You know, we'll have maybe a necklace, earrings, bracelet, and ring. You know, maybe a brooch. Who knows? hair things. I don't know. We'll think about it. But thanks for joining me for the month of July. If you haven't already made the other designs, then I will link them to the description box below. And enjoy. Thanks for being here, and I will see you next month. Bye.